what will be coming up is basically an opportunity for the Democrats and the Republicans to, if they choose to, weigh in on the financing of the war. And it's only, it looks like, going to last for 18 months. So that shortened window of opportunity to intervene politically means that they probably won't be able to weigh in on the outcome of the troop increase as much as they would have otherwise.
Thank you very much. Nick Spicer on Capitol Hill. Many of the additional forces Obama will deploy to Afghanistan are U.S. Marines based at Camp Pendleton in California. That's where Al Jazeera's Mike Kirsch is, and he joins us with more on how those Marines are preparing for their future deployment. Is there an air of confidence about the mission now?
Well, with the Marines, there always is, as they say here. You know, Shihab, at Camp Pendleton, Marines are preparing for these type of difficult missions all year round. So it wasn't a surprise to them, as we were with them when the president's orders came down for them to start heading over to Afghanistan. The general mood here among Marines is, as they put it, good to go. Marines on base at Camp Pendleton and in the surrounding community, along with families, listen to their Commander-in-Chief, President Barack Obama, order more troops to Afghanistan.
I have determined that it is in our vital national interest to send an additional 30,000 U.S. troops to Afghanistan.
As many as 10,000 of them may be Marines from Camp Pendleton.
I think it's a just decision. I know a lot of Marines want to go over there, and they're all itching to go, and I'm one of them, and I'll be going over there soon, and I just can't wait to go.
It will make a huge difference and impact in the way things are going.
Why?
Well, because they wouldn't send 30,000 troops over there if they weren't needed.
I don't have a problem with it. My whole thing is, as long as we have an exit strategy.
3,000 Marines from Camp Pendleton are already fighting in Afghanistan. Local businesses say this, now the second major deployment this year to Afghanistan from the base, which is home to about 100,000 Marines, will cause more stress on an already strained economy.
Everyone's affected already just from the economic downturn we've had the last couple of years, and now we take a certain percentage of those people completely out of the equation. It even affects us more.
And we have every reason to believe that they would use them.
It also affects families waiting here at home at a time when casualty numbers have been rising among U.S. troops in Afghanistan. Marines from Camp Pendleton currently fighting in Afghanistan have a motto for their mission there: make peace or die.
I understand their motto, make peace or die. Either make peace or we're not leaving until peace is had.
But can they achieve that goal in 18 months, the time frame President Obama has given for success? Now, that is a question we are going to pose Lieutenant Colonel Chris Hughes with Public Affairs here at Camp Pendleton. Colonel, before we do that, I want to ask you, first of all, when will we see the first wave of what we're hearing is about 10,000 Marines heading over to Afghanistan? When will we see the first Marines leaving Pendleton for Afghanistan?
Mike, that process is ongoing. The official notification, the official development of deployment orders is taking place at an urgent pace right now. This is what we do. We pride ourselves on being first, most ready, capable of getting out the door when our president, when our senior leadership asks, and we'll meet all of the time hacks and all of the mission sets.
What do you say to those out there, critics if you want to call them that, who say there is no way that the Marines and or other forces over there, but specifically in this case the buildup of 30,000 troops, can get the stability that Afghanistan needs in 18 months?
I'd look to our recent history and what we're able to accomplish in Anbar province. When you look at the timeline between the awakening, when the tribal leaders, when the elected leadership in Anbar province chose to side with us, chose to reject the terrorist tactics and joined with us in earnest, it was a timeline of some 18 months to 2 years in which we were turning control back over to the leadership in Anbar and soon leaving Fallujah and some of the more congested areas there.
Can you apply that to Afghanistan? I've been there myself. I mentioned earlier a couple tours. I've actually seen Taliban cross over with Northern Alliance early on,
sure.
and the loyalties there sort of blow with the wind.
The situations are always different, and every scenario is different. but this is what we do. We have programs in place. We've been doing it for a while. We will. There's a kinetic fight that still needs to be fought, but there's also a mentorship piece, a marrying up with the elected leadership there, a development of the security forces there that in our recent memory we have a tremendous success story to fall back on.
We've heard some of your Marines. In fact, one Marine a couple days ago referred to the situation over there as a meat grinder. He's got grunt friends over there that are telling him we need more Marines over there. I would imagine those Marines are going to be a welcome sight for the ones in Afghanistan now.
It's a heck of a fight. There's a fight there to be fought. We know that. But help is coming.
Quickly, what do you say to the Afghans, the Pakistanis who may get involved and see Marines coming across the border? What do you say to people in that part of the world about U.S. Marines who they see as occupiers inside that region?
We're coming to help. We'll do our job. We'll help establish security. We've done that throughout more than 30 years of our history, and then we'll go home.
U.S. Marines are trained to kill. In these modern times, you have to sort of modify that, don't you?
There's a Marine general that came up with an expression. It was no better friend, no worse enemy. And I think that applies today to U.S. Marines.
Lieutenant Colonel, thank you very much for your time. And as the Colonel was saying, the first wave of Marines from Camp Pendleton should start pushing off here as early as the latter part of December.